Hello, you guys. Welcome. This is Divine Empress 71. I'm coming back at you to do another reading. I hope you guys are doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. All right. Happy Saturday to you. So what I have on the table is I have on pause. I have vibing. I have Three of Cups in reverse. What's this? Cancer energy. And I also have the moon, Pisces energy as well. Um, so I don't know, collective was there someone um, that, I don't know, maybe you put a pause on things, or maybe they put a pause on things. But this was somebody that at one point it looked like you had a pretty good connection at one point in time. But then there was, I don't know, something happened with some delays. Some it was like this connection that you had with this person. It lost momentum over time. It's like, I guess it started to like 1 minute, the flames were like blazing high, and then the next thing the flames started to dwindle. You know what I mean? Until it just went out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But uh whoever this is somebody that they may overindulge, with in things or whatever their vices could be, drinking, partying, whatever. But you may see this person as somebody who's bitchy, or they have a bitchy side to them. Um, they don't really they really don't have much of a social life. They don't. Um, this is this is really somebody that's really not. They are not happy at all. They really not. Um, this is somebody that takes advantage of other people too. This is a user, and they use people to the excess. Like, they will use them until they can't not use them anymore. This is the type of person that will break a person emotionally, you know, and leave you broken, and leave you broken. But this is somebody kept secrets though. Things were not as it seemed with this person. That's why things. That's why I'm just sitting here looking like, okay, well, things seemed like at one point in time things were going great, and then all of a sudden nothing. Is on pause. It's There's a break. There is a delay. Um, there could be some fear here with this person too, as to why this connection went the way that it did. Um, I don't know. This person is they deal with insecurities, but they also have some um, they have some past conditionings about themselves that has a lot to do with why they are the way that they are now. Mm. Things are just not what they seem. They're just, and maybe this is what this person could have presented to you when they came into your life. These illusions making um, um, making you think that it's one thing when it's really something else, um, and then maybe after a while, you begin to question where you stood, and then all of a sudden, pause. you know, it's crazy. Mm. Let's see. You could be a Cancer or a Pisces, or maybe this person, or you could be, it could be any sign. Um, I don't know, but seems like um this person could be in solitude, in hermit mode. Um, just maybe just spending time to themselves. Maybe I do believe that this may be a person that lives alone. For some of them, they just kind of maybe to themselves. Maybe they need to sort some things out, or this could be you. You know. Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. This was a wolf's in sheep's clothing. That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah. Uh, this is somebody that's easy to be influenced too by certain people. This is somebody who is a they like to they like to follow other people too. They uh they may be the kind of person that really don't fit in with the group that they hang around, but they front and flex like they do fit in. You know what I mean? Back to that illusion, making things seem to be what it's really not. Yeah, uh, flaking out. Yeah, this could be a runner, somebody who abandoned ship. You know, when they think things might be, getting a little bit too serious and complicated or whatever the case may be. But you may see this person as somebody who may have shown you to be uh, unreliable. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Um, you may know this person to be somebody who may be blunt, like they don't have no filter on what they say, like it is what it is. uh, Sugar free, blunt. You know what I mean? And then of course, speaking of blunt, they might be somebody that like to smoke, if you know what I mean. Uh huh. Yeah. Because after all, they do like to indulge in their vices. So, mm. You also may be somebody that that keeps it real. You just tell the truth. Maybe you could have did that with this person. Maybe that is what could have caused them to uh pump the brakes and put things on pause with you, and abandon the connection. See, for some of them, they thought that you would be a doormat. Maybe they thought you were naive. Maybe they thought that you was somebody that they could just pull the wool over, your eyes. you know, uh, keep you in those rose-colored glasses, and that you would be blind to the fact. But no. Mm-mm. But this is somebody that they could have thought that you were naive, and they took advantage of that. They took advantage of that. Hmm. Yeah, you probably thought felt that they were suspect, like they were moving in a way that was shady to you. Uh, you may have thought that they may have had some suspicious, questionable behavior. Yeah, so kind of like it was a red flag. It was a red flag. Hmm. But it looks like to me though, they may feel like that they have some unfinished business concerning you, collective, because for some of them, uh, they want to put a close, like they want to close out the distance between you and them, like a coming together, a reunion. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know, but um, with you may have lost interest in this person though. By now, you may be avoiding this person. You may be dodging this person. Mm-hmm. Yep. Um, since they put things on pause with you, you just straight up just dismiss them and dismiss the whole situation. That they thought that you were naive. They thought that they could put you on pause and maybe come back and get you when they felt like it. But you showed them that no, um, you got me messed up. I'm not the one. So sometimes you gotta show them better than you can tell them. So you know how it goes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because they destroyed what they had with you. They shattered it. It's broken, and there's no fixing as far as you are concerned. Because see, you was dealing with a DTF, somebody that was down to F, if you know what I mean. Uh, somebody, this is somebody that slept around. They had, flings and hookups. Like, see, so these little, some of these little get-togethers that they was having and going to and hanging out. For some of them, they was also meeting new people. Also, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why you said bye. you know, yeah. Peace out. Thank you next. So leaving and not caring. Hmm. Yeah, because I'm telling you, this person was a player from the Himalaya. Yeah. That's why, like I said, they thought that they could, put you on pause and go do whatever and then come back to you, um, you know, like everything is cool. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I told you. Not as it seems. Not as it seems. Uh, this is somebody that they don't like tell the truth sometimes. They might be somebody that, they'll they tell like a half truth, you know, sugar coated kind of truth. So in other words, it's the truth mixed with a little lies. So with that being said, that's not the truth. You know what I mean? Uh, uh, they may be somebody that likes to alter their looks or their appearance. You know, every time you look around, you see them. They look different. They done did something to their hair, or they done did uh, maybe they done they got a tattoo over here. They already had one over there, but now they got one over here, and you know stuff like that. So this is somebody that may not truly be happy with themselves. They may not truly be happy with themselves. Um, this is somebody that is uh, so fake and so flashy. You know, uh, uh, want to try to pretend to be more than what they are. But this is also somebody that will switch up on you. Like they cool with you for a little minute, and then after that, they act like they don't know you, or they act like they don't want to be bothered with you, and then when they do, they try to act all brand new. You know, yeah, fake, 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 just fake. Yeah, just fake. Ten of Cups in reverse. Pisces energy. Yeah, Pisces energy. Um, this person uh could have came from a dysfunctional household, a dysfunctional family. Mm-hmm. They came from a dysfunctional family. Um, mm. And this is why they are so dysfunctional. They are conditioned to be this way. Mm-hmm. They also shattered and ruined their chances too of having. See, and to be honest, because they are so dysfunctional and so conditioned to being this way, they cannot have, or I put it like this, they will never have a Ten of Cups with anyone, because until they change, until they do the work and let go of this player lifestyle and some of this toxicity, that they won't never have it. This person is so conditioned they don't even know what a Ten of Cups is. I'm just gonna be honest. They don't know what it is to be truly happy. Five of Swords, Aquarius energy. Somebody with that. See, they thought that they was getting away with trying to um, be this way with you. Putting you on pause, abandoning the connection. You know, just when you thought things might have been okay, and the next minute, it's on pause. So, and then on top of that, uh, they try to play on your good nature by thinking that because you was kind or sweet or good to them, that you were naive, that you would be somebody that they could play this little game with, you know. But this is somebody that has a self-sabotaging behavior. They also can have a very underhanded type of behavior as well. Um, Very deceptive at times. Um, they love to intimidate. And they could be a bully, somebody that would abuse people. You know, yeah. Hmm. King of Swords, um, Libra energy. Yeah. Of course, now this could be a highly intelligent person too. And like I said, uh, when it comes to telling the truth, this could be somebody that they would tell the truth, but then there are times when they would tell it, but they it's it's got a little it's got a little sugar on it. It's not what it is. It's not quite what it is. This sounds like, to me, this is a manipulative kind of person. You know, um, and they could be the kind of person that could be so um, sneaky and conniving that they could tell you something that's a lie, but make you believe that it's the truth. Because when they tell you, they're gonna tell you in a straight face. They're gonna tell you this lie in a straight face. Like it's the God's honest truth and nothing but the truth. hmm This is a head over heart kind of person. Um, they could be somebody who, they have a high intellect, somebody who's highly intelligent. You know, um, but they are very unemotional kind of man or woman. Um, Yeah, but this is somebody who likes authority. They like to be in control. They like to run things. Yeah, they could be, uh, they could be working in a field where they give advice. Like they could be a financial advisor, or they could be in some kind of leadership role. But for some of them, and then they could also be this way in their personal life as well. They could also be this way in their personal life, where they give, they give advice. You know, so somebody, somebody may be looking up to this person, but it's something about the truth when it comes to this person. It's like it's the truth, but not the whole truth. So in my mind, that's still a lie. You know what I mean? I don't know. So we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So they may be trying to, um, and of course this is Scorpio energy. They could be trying to move on from a situation, um, trying to accepting something for what it is. Maybe they could be accepting the fact that that you have moved on. That they cannot, even though they may want this reunion with you, they may have accepted the fact that that may not be possible. You know, so so they are trying to maybe, for some of them, find their own way of healing. But this is somebody that's so conditioned to be, coming from a dysfunctional environment. I don't think that they know what that is. Um, this person may want forgiveness though. Um, they may want forgiveness from you. That if you would forgive them for doing, treating you the way that they did. They may be trying to come out of hermit mode and get back out into the world. Maybe they might be trying to, if they were on a hiatus for a minute, maybe they trying to get back out there. Um, um, King of Pentacles, also in reverse. This is Taurus energy. This person is very materialistic. Look like all they care about is money and nice things. You know, nice home, nice cars, not, you know, all that superficial stuff. Um, I don't know. This is somebody that is, they really come off dull. Um, Maybe you could have noticed that, or maybe you could have, that's the vibe that you could have gotten with them over time, that they were a little dull. But they seem to be very preoccupied, though, with money. Uh, but this is somebody who would often mismanage their money as well, to have the things that they want. Because uh, because this is somebody that will mismanage their money to uphold a certain image, how they want to be looked at when they come out into the, into the public. Um, Somebody, this, and then for some of them, this is somebody who is so treacherous that they'll do anything for money. Yeah, they'll do anything for money. Mm. Player from the Himalaya. King of Wands in reverse. Nothing but, look, Aries, nothing but lies and deceit. I'm trying to tell you, just lies. Devious lies. This is a liar, or this is just a devious person. This person's main focus is themselves. Simple as that. Self promotion. It's all about them. It's all about them and what they can get out of you. And they are going to, and if they think that you're naive enough, they're going to control it, the narrative, to make sure that it goes their way. Two of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who, this is also Aries. You see, this person is so conditioned that they are stuck. They are stuck in their ways. They have a fear of change. They can be indecisive at times. This is a very restricted person. And the options that they once had are now restricted as well. A lot of failed relationships lies in this person's past. A lot of failed relationships. If this is an active person, for some of them, you may have some that may be coming out and trying to get back out there from being, in hermit and isolated for so long. But then you got some that's lack activity. Like they are not as active as they once was. And that could be due to being stuck. That could be due to health issues. That could be due to other mental issues, maybe even financial issues as well. Because this is somebody that mismanages their money. Look, the Fool in reverse. Aquarius energy, also associated with Aries as well. This is somebody who is very impulsive. They have been known to do foolish things without thinking. But they do have a fear of the unknown. They may be a bit naive themselves. But I feel that this is somebody who kind of preys on the naive, because the ones that are naive to them, they see them as foolish. They see them as somebody who's inexperienced when it comes to life itself. Like if you a man, they may, and this is a female, she may see you as somebody that's not that experienced with women. And and if it's vice versa, then this could be a man that may think that you, the female, you are not all that experienced with men. You know what I mean? And so this is somebody that would definitely take advantage of you if they think that you are just, you roll that way. Yeah, you roll that way. Let me get one more. Yeah, 5 of Wands. Leo energy. Yeah. Fighting, arguments. This is about conflict. I'm telling you, this is you was dealing with somebody who was drama. They were definitely drama. And this is also somebody that probably would get angry very easily. They get in their feelings real quick, and they got a temper. They snap. They go off just like that. This could be the kind of person you had to be careful with what you say. It was almost like you had to tiptoe around this individual. You had to tiptoe around them. Somebody who was very defensive. They had ego issues too. Ego, pride, all of that. Now, oh my goodness. Let's see. We'll get a message from Spirit, and then we'll close this out, y'all. All right, Spirit, what message do you have for collective, please? What message do you have for collective? Thank you. Spirit says, live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Live up to your own expectations and nobody else's. No more selling yourself short. Keep moving forward. Spirit says, you got this, collective. At the bottom of the deck, Spirit says, I know that you have been questioning yourself lately and wondering if you are good enough or strong enough to do that which your heart desires to do. This message is here to remind you that that you really are more than capable. You are really more than capable of doing it. Whatever that is. Rise up and take that leap of faith, collective. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody needed to hear that. Collective, that's all I have for this reading. If it resonates, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And for those of you who's donated to the channel, thank you for the blessing. I appreciate it. Thank you. So until next time, blessings to you all, and I hope to see you again soon.